Welcome to the Falcon Trader episode number 2. Today we are joined by Edward, a millionaire trader who turned CEO of a prop firm. Watch this podcast until the end as this was a very insightful CEO interview with Edward, and make sure if you are new to the channel, you hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. And do not forget to give me a follow on my Instagram and Twitter account. I have added the links in description. And if you are looking to get a funded account, I have added the link to my recommended firms in the description. So now let's deep dive into today's interview. Thank you, Edward, for joining here. Tell us something about yourself before we deep dive into the details of how you started GoatFunded Trader and GoatFunded. Like you took it from the scratch to one of the best firms out there. Give us an idea who you are.
Thank you, man. I'm really happy to be here. Really happy to be in this interview with you. And for the people who don't know me yet, Edward, my original name is actually Edoardo. I'm from Italy. I started trading way back when I was 16. And I started trading all because I had a professor in high school. I went to the United States for high school, and I had this professor talking about stocks and how he was able to buy his house of an investment from stocks, basically trading stocks. And of course, I got excited, I got curious, I was very curious, and I decided to try trading. And initially I tried stocks. I did some stocks, and right after it evolved into Forex trading. And it's a very long story, but after many years of not being profitable, I finally started making some money with trading. Then I had some very big communities of mine where I was also teaching people how to trade, and I ended up opening, moving away from Italy, opening GoatFunded Trader in another country. I've been living in Spain for the last 3 years. And it's been a pretty crazy journey. All of this was starting from completely from zero. So I'm really grateful for whoever was in the journey, because a lot of people were here since the beginning, or for the last years. They've been always on my side, supporting me in this journey.
That's nice. That's nice. You mentioned that you started when you were 16 years old. And how old
Yes.
are you now?
I'm 25, almost 26 in 3 days.
Oh, that's nice. Happy birthday, man. I think when
Thank you.
this interview is going to be uploaded, so already you are 26, so happy birthday.
Exactly. Thank you.
So you were talking about like you moved from stocks to forex, and after being not profitable for a few years, and then you started making some profits. How did you transition from being a forex trader to the CEO, the owner of a prop firm?
So initially, when I started trading, and I believe that all the people that started trading way before 2020 were using personal accounts most of the times, like 99% of the times.
Yeah.
I, just like everyone else, I deposited my $200 into an account, which I blew in 2 days. I blew it completely trading JPY. I still remember.
Yeah.
And I understood later with time. I kept trying, I kept blowing accounts. And finally, at a certain point, I understood that the only way to be profitable is not to try to flip a $200 account, not to flip a $500 account, but it is to gain consistent percentage on your trading account. So if I can make consistently 5% per month, I'm a very good trader, right? I'm better than 99% of the traders if I can make 5% consistently per month. Now, I realized that 5% on a $200 account, on a $500 account, or even on a $1,000 account was not going to allow me to go after my dreams and to actually live a life where I could spend for my expenses, for my house, for the bills, for food and everything. I mean, I could cover some expenses, but it was not gonna get me to where I wanted to go, right?
Yeah.
So I found out a lot about prop firms. To make it short, I traded with FTMO, I traded with my Forex funds, I traded with some other prop firms. And in the last years, I had some bad experiences. Before starting GoatFunded Trader, I had some bad experiences with some prop firms that either shut down or denied some of my payouts as well. And at that point, it was a moment where I decided to reinvest part of my profits into creating my own company and try to run it in a transparent way where all traders would get paid if they follow the rules.
Oh, it makes sense. And you started GoatFunded Trader, but when did you start it? Like actually, What was the year? Was it in 2022?
GoFund Trader started May 17 of 2023, so it's
All right.
almost 1 year. In 1 month is going to be 1 year of operations. But before starting it, we were working for months before launching it May 17. We were working on GoFund Trader, on the infrastructure, and on the company for months before launching.
Oh, it makes sense. And why should they choose GoFundMe Trader?
So I'm an advocate of the fact that a lot of prop firms are good out there. A lot also are not good, but many prop firms are good. I've traded with many of them. I mentioned FTMO as well. But I believe that traders, as long as they are sure that they will receive their payout, they can differentiate between multiple prop firms. And also
Yeah.
prop firms offer different things. For example, GoFund Trader has very competitive prices, but doesn't have competitive prices because we are unsustainable. It has competitive prices because we know exactly what we're doing in our backend. We have minimized costs in order to give the best possible trading experience, and we offer challenges that can be sustainable long term. At the same time, other than price, which our GOAT challenge goes for $398 on the 100K challenge, which is pretty competitive. Other than that, I wanted to offer something different, and I came up with the first payout on demand. I believe that traders that want to receive the profits faster, they should be able to withdraw even 24 hours after being on a live account. And that's what we did. We've had the first payout on demand almost since the beginning, and I believe that's one feature that traders can really enjoy at GoFund Trader.
Oh, and that's nice. I saw on the website as well. I think payout on demand, it works in a way that if a trader requests a payout, they receive 40% of the payout.
Exactly. It's not mandatory to have first payout on demand. You have the choice. So a trader gets the profit and then they can decide, okay, do I want to wait the payout date and get my full split? I get 80% of the profit. Or do I want it right away? I want it right now, even 24 hours of being live, but I will get 40% of the profits and then I will keep trading on my account. And, after the first payout on demand, you will get full percentage split. Yes.
That's nice. That's nice. It's definitely, not many firms. I think I haven't seen any firm, to be honest, that's doing that. Having an option for payout on demand for the very first day when you're starting the funded account. Yes, the profit split is small, but you have the option to get the first profit split. And I just need to know the refundable fee. Is it gonna be refunded back with that payout, or it's gonna be after one or two payouts?
So there is one thing we're working with our legal team to work on this matter, because firms that offer refund fees can be in a tricky situation. Offering refund fees as something financial can cause you some problems.
Yeah.
So we're trying to make the right decision on this, and we would prefer giving some other benefits rather than the refund fee in order to be here long term. We don't want to be the firm that tries to run to the bottom and say,
Yeah.
oh, we have this and we have that, but then in 2 months we disappear because we could have legal problems or because we're not sustainable. We want to make everything correctly. Therefore, we want to take the right decisions and be here for the long term for our traders.
Oh, it makes sense. As a CEO, you have insights of what's going on in the industry. You know things that we traders, we don't know. Last year, CFTC shut down MyForex Fund. Then we saw FPFX Technologies. They shut down license of Funded Engineer. MetaQuartz, they ended their license with True Forex Fund. Then MetaQuartz completely shut down the prop firm industry. They decided not to offer their services to every single firm out there. And like almost every single firm, they had to migrate from MetaTrader to TXTrade, MassTrader, TradeLocker, or CTrader. What do you think? What happened, and how was your experience migrating every single trader from the previous platform to the new platforms?
In both in life and in business, and also in trading in some way, you can only focus on what you can control. On what you cannot control, you cannot really put focus and energy into that. Otherwise, it will turn out pretty nasty, and you will lose a lot of energy just because you're focusing on the wrong things. So a lot of things that happened, for example, the MyForex funds things, the FPFX technologies, revoking the license of Funded Engineer, and also MetaQuartz, we could not know it before it happened. We woke up one day and my Forex funds was down. we
Yeah.
didn't have,
Yeah. Yeah.
we
Yeah.
didn't know any of this. Or for example, also Deal, the platform
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
with which we were giving payouts, they stopped operating with prop firms out of nowhere. But what I can tell you is that if you stop focusing on the things which you cannot control and you focus on things which you can control, which is what we did, we were able to plan ahead in order to be ready for these moments. So in the moment that MetaQuotes told us, hey, 29th of February, we're not gonna provide services anymore for you. During the weekend, the 29th, I think it was a Friday, during the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, we migrated everyone. We were ready. Our tech was ready with the matter, and we were one of the few prop firms that had zero downtime. Everything was migrated during the weekend, and on Monday, by Monday afternoon, everyone was able to trade without any issue. To answer your question completely, if there are going to be other things that happen in the industry, which we don't know about, maybe we are planning ahead in order to have all solutions ready, whatever happens.
All right. And what platforms you are currently offering?
We're currently offering Match Trader and Think Trader. A lot of people are liking Match Trader, which is, I mean, I was glad to see that a lot of people are enjoying Match Trader. It's a new platform that some prop firms are offering. But I also personally really like Think Trader because you can trade on TradingView charts. Like Think Trader is integrated with TradingView charts. You basically have TradingView, you have the same, you can modify your charts and you can trade on it. So it's pretty nice as a user experience. I really like it as a trader, and soon we're looking to integrate more. But let's see what we're bringing out. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice to hear. I'm definitely going to be taking a challenge with God-funded trader. I was thinking just a couple of weeks ago, I was giving one funny trader interview to Prop Firm Journal, and I was telling the host that I'm going to be taking $6 million in challenges at one. And I was ready for that, but then things happened, so I had to postpone.
Right.
Like it was last month, so I decided let's just not do it for now. But when I was doing my research on which prop firms that I'm going to be choosing, GodFunded was one of the firms that I had in my mind. So I did not know that we can simply just trade from TradingView. So that's a good feature, and I love the fact that we can simply just do our analysis on TradingView, and from there we can take the trades. We don't have to move from TradingView to another platform to execute the trades. In my opinion, I'm going to be taking the challenge very soon when I'm going to do the challenge series. So everyone who's watching right now, they know that I already announced that there is going to be a big challenge series of me doing the funding challenge live, showing every single trade that I'm going to be taking, whether I'm going to be passing the challenge or I'm going to be failing all the challenges. That's, we will see in the future. But my plan is to have got funded in the future in the list of the firms that I'm going to be targeting my funded account. So thanks for clarifying the platforms that you have and all the issues and how you migrated. That's kudos to the team who migrated very efficiently. There are only few firms that I know. I knew about of GodFunded, but I just wanted you to tell everyone who is watching that how efficiently some of the firms migrated, and there were no downtime. People did not have to wait for weeks to get their login credentials. So that's definitely a very professional way to handle things. So what
Exactly. And honestly, sorry to interrupt. And honestly, I'm really grateful to my team. Honestly, I'm surrounded by people that work even when they shouldn't work. They put in the extra hours. If there is an issue to resolve, they're there to help me. And we're all committed to making things work and to be here for the long term. So if we need to work all day, we're there for it.
So what are the future changes that you're going to be bringing to GoFunded? I just saw the post before this podcast, this interview, that you very recently, I think, started the mobile service, like phone call service for the sport.
Yes, we have some exciting updates which we're bringing out. Some I can tell you, but some I can't because there are going to be some surprises.
Yeah.
But yes, we introduced the phone call customer support where people can just call and they can ask their questions and we're going to help them right away. It's free to call from the US, but it's paid from some other countries. So we're working on adding some new lines as well in the meantime. But I think that it's a nice way to offer something extra and something revolutionary in the prop firm space. Also, at the same time, today that we are speaking, right after we are done with this call, so when this video is going to come out, it's going to be already available, but we are adding a 150K GOAT challenge for only $598. And
All
also
right.
we're adding a 400K challenge for no time limit and classic challenges.
All right. All right. That's nice. So this 150K GOAT challenge, what's the profit target on this one?
It's 8% profit target with 10% maximum drawdown.
Oh, that's perfect. So I think that's the cheapest that you have. The GOAT challenges, they are the cheapest that you offer. That's nice. I want to know, I want to deep dive into the future. Like, what do you think about the future of prop firm industry? Like, in your opinion, what do you think how it's going to be in some time, how things will develop over time with the prop firms?
So barriers of entry definitely got higher after all the recent events, which is something good. So less firms that are a scam can enter the market. Unfortunately, some can still make it. We've seen some firm, I don't really want to say the name, but
Yeah.
we've seen some firms lately that come in the market, they do some crazy promos, and then in 2 months, they run out of business, and they knew exactly what they were doing, because that it didn't happen because of a coincidence. It didn't happen because something went wrong. It happened exactly because of their actions. So it's good that barriers of entry are getting higher. At the same time, for existing firms, it's a moment where, especially after the funded trader and all those firms went down, it's a moment where people want to be careful, and that's only right. And when they want to be careful, they want to choose prop firms that actually pay out. They want to choose serious prop firms. So it's a moment where all prop firms that want to be serious and want to be here for the long term, they need to prove that they are actually a serious prop firm. They need to change their approach. At the same time, this leads to the point that a lot of prop firms were operating in a non-sustainable way. Maybe it was sustainable for the medium term, but not for the long term.
Yeah.
Therefore, I see a lot of firms in the market changing slightly their rules, not putting crazy things like I don't believe in consistency rules or stuff like that, but I think just maybe increasing prices slightly, lowering leverage, or maybe putting an add-on on the checkout if you want extra leverage. So firms, I think, are moving in the direction of being more sustainable, and it's not a selfish thing. It's a win-win situation where traders can trust more prop firms because they know that they are sustainable, and prop firms have better rules to be sustainable. This is what we've been focusing on Good Fund Trader since the very start.
I think that's a very good approach, because I have seen over the last few months the firms who were throwing 50% discount, 40% discount, massive discounts are the ones who basically got shut down. That's one way. Like, there needs to be a balance in everything. Firms are giving opportunities for the traders, because when I was trading in 2017, 18, and even in 19, there were only hardly, I think, 1 or 2 firms that were funding traders. Now things are different. There are many firms, multiple dozens of firms out there who are funding traders. There needs to be a balance, that firm needs to have some rules that are going to protect themselves, the firm, and at the same time there needs to be few things that are in favor of the traders.
Exactly. Yeah, I totally agree with you with the fact that, you need to offer good things to traders, great trading conditions, and everything that a trader needs in order to possibly become profitable and make money with a prop firm. But at the same time, the trader needs to be sure that he's going to get paid out. And the only way to be sure is that the firm needs to run sustainably. So I agree with you.
Perfect. 3 reasons why traders should choose GOAT Funded Trader.
3 reasons. They will get paid no matter what. If they follow the rules, they will get paid. You can get your first payout on demand, which I believe it's a fast way. If you want to withdraw fast, you need money or anything like this, or maybe it's your first payout and you want to finally get your first payout, you can get it right away, even in 24 hours after being live. And the third thing, I would say I can say a million things, but I would say we are a good firm that offers very competitive prices and doesn't give up their sustainability by offering these features. So these are 3 reasons.
Perfect. Now, you are a trader, I'm a trader. You were funded, I'm funded, and we know it is easy to pass the challenge, but it's not really easy that you keep the funded account for a longer period of time, because there will be a lot of psychological issues when you will be saying 300k account, you will want to take the trade no matter if there is any opportunity market is giving you or not. So I just need to know, as a trader from Edward, what would you recommend to every single one who is watching, how they should complete the evaluation and how they should trade on the funded account?
My approach has always been this one. I always risked between 1.5% on my challenge in
Yeah.
order to be a little bit more aggressive, but not go crazy with the risk, as I'm not a gambler. And I was risking between 1% and 1.5% in order to pass it. And then once I was funded, I was dropping my risk a lot to 0.3 to 0.5% in order to keep my account long term. Otherwise, yes, maybe you can hit a payout, maybe you can hit 2 payouts, but if you have very high risk, you're not going to be able to keep your account for the long term. If your goal is to just get a payout and then burn your account, that's fine. It really depends on your goal. But if your goal is to get an account, a funded account, and to keep it for the long term and keep getting payouts, then you need good risk management and a good trading psychology.
So thank you so much, Edward, for giving us your time. And ladies and gentlemen, this was the CEO of Goat Funded Trader. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think about Goat Funded Trader? And also all the features, all the recommendations that Edward shared in the interview, what do you think about that? And if you haven't subscribed, make sure to give a subscribe and also leave a like on this video. I will see you in the next video. Thank you again, Edward, and bye for now.